Hey guys, this is Mike Young of Athletic Lab. In this series, we're going to talk about the NFL Combine. This is a series of tests that is used to assess American football players before they enter the NFL. It's used at the professional, collegiate, and high school level, and it's a great test of an athlete's physical abilities. The first drill that I like to use when teaching an athlete how to execute the first couple steps of a 40-yard dash is the wall drill. We're going to have Devin set up in the exact same position that we had him set up in the 40-yard dash setup. From here, he's going to explosively drive out into the wall, catching himself before he hits the wall. We want to see complete hip extension and a power line from the head down through the ankle. Set. Set. We want to see the athlete drive out explosively so that the knee comes to about 90 degrees with the trunk and that front foot hovers just above the ground. It should be a low heel recovery to set up the piston-like action that we're going to ask the athlete to execute over their first couple steps. This next drill is a variation of the wall drill. It's great for teaching the athlete body angle progressions that they will need to execute during the first couple steps of the 40-yard dash. We want to see Dev positioned against the wall so that he's at an acute angle. There should be a straight line from his head down through his ankles, and he should feel a lot of horizontal pressure through the ground. From here, we want to drive the knee into the chest, keeping the heel recovery low to the ground, and gradually step so that each step pushes his body into a more upright position. This is great for teaching the athlete the subtle progression that they need to have on those first couple steps of the 40-yard dash. The next drill we'll look at is what I call the jump clearance drill. We're going to ask Dev to go into his setup position, and from here, he's going to clear the line explosively as possible, jumping into the mat. The mat placement is going to allow him to commit to a low body angle and huge horizontal forces. This is great for generating explosive power that translates into a successful 40-yard dash. What we're looking for on this drill is an explosive start, where the athlete achieves complete hip extension and drives the lead knee forward. We want to see them fully commit to a lower body angle and lead with the lead arm explosively to the front. There should be no pike at the hips, and we can ensure that the chest opens up completely and we see a power line from the top of the head down through the ankle. Go. Go. This next drill is what I call the staggered start position. In this one, we're actually going to run. It's a lot more dynamic than some of the previous drills that we did, and it helps to carry over and have a higher transfer to the actual 40-yard dash. We're going to have Devin start with his front foot directly on the line. From here, he's going to position his back knee such that it's in line with his front heel. From here, he's going to hover very slightly above the ground so that his back knee is about 2 inches off the ground. He's going to drop his chest to his thigh, split his arms, and then explosively drive out. This next drill is a little more dynamic version of the previous one. I like to call it the switch start. We're going to have Devin set up in the same position that he was in the previous drill, with his front foot on the line. His back knee will be directly in line with the heel of his front leg. From this position, he's going to drop his chest to his thigh, elevate his back knee. On my clap, he'll switch the position of his legs and then explode out. This is a great drill for establishing body positions, in particular from the ground up. The last drill is one of my favorites. It's a drill that has great carryover in terms of both the physical capacity and technique for the start of the 40-yard dash. It's resisted runs. We're going to have Devin set up in the starting position with a harness around his waist. Alex is going to be resisting him. This is going to provide external feedback, which allows him to get in the best possible body positions, but also trains the physical capacities necessary to create the explosive driving forces on those first couple steps. Dev's going to step into the harness, making sure it's secure around his waist. Alex is going to grab the handles, make sure he has a firm grasp. When Dev sets up, we're going to be looking for the exact same body positions that we talked about in the setup video. We want Dev to be a foot off the line with his front foot. His rear foot toe should be about 4 to 6 inches behind his front foot, spaced about hip width apart. We're going to have him place his right hand down on the track. Alex is going to make sure he has a lot of tension in the handles already. When Dev comes into his set position, he'll split his arms and explosively drive out. When I'm using resisted runs, I like to see the person resisting provide a lot of external resistance on the first couple steps and gradually reduce that on every subsequent step. This is great feedback and also simulates the type of physical actions that we need to see in the 40-yard dash start.